From the Miami Lakes studios, we bring you the Miami Lakes Business Podcast, brought to you by the Miami Lakes Chamber of Commerce. And today we bring you a different type of a podcast. Normally we interview different people, interested people in the community, members of the chamber, of course, and try to showcase their businesses and what have you. But today we bring you a different podcast. I happen to have been invited to be the guest speaker, the keynote speaker for the Madder Lakes Academy graduation ceremonies last week. I had the honor of being invited. It was a tremendous experience. It was a great experience. The speech was written by me and edited by my son, Fernando, who lives in Tallahassee. And the reason why I'm doing this as a podcast is because of the feedback that I received from not just the teachers in the Madder Lakes Academy staff, but the students themselves, which was a surprise to see how many. When I was shaking their hands and wishing them well and congratulating them for their graduation, how many of them actually said, Mr. Senra, it was a great speech, very inspirational, and this is what I needed to hear. That motivated me. Is now I'm motivated to continue on with my studies and what have you. So let's go ahead and listen to the speech, and then after the speech, I'll come back just to say goodbye. So good evening, graduates, families, teachers, administrators, and friends. First, let me say what an honor it is to be before you today on such an important milestone. It's a great achievement. Today is a celebration of hard work, perseverance, sacrifice, and achievement. Each one of you has earned this moment. And while you should absolutely enjoy today, I also want you to understand something very important. Graduation is not the end of your challenges. It is the beginning of new ones. And believe it or not, that is a great thing. It's a good thing. Because life itself is a challenge. We all know that. From the day we were born, life begins to test us. Sometimes the tests are small. Sometimes the tests are painful. Sometimes they seem unfair. But challenges is what shapes each one of us. They build character, strength, wisdom, and faith in God. Some of you are going to be going to college. Some of you are going to be going into trade schools. Some of you are going to entering the workforce, just like I did when I graduated high school. Some of you may still be figuring out what you're going to be doing. But no matter which path you take, every one of you will face moments where life asks what you are made of. What are you made of? And often, and when those moments come, you will have choices. You can opt for avoid the challenge. You can take shortcuts. You can blame others.
You can pretend the problem is not there, or you can face it head on. Another thing that stops many people is fear. Fear of failing. Fear of embarrassment. Fear of hearing no, the word no. Fear of not being good enough. But let me tell you something. In my 79 and a half, a little over half, I'll be 80 in August, believe it or not. I have learned a few things. Failure is not the enemy. Failure is not the enemy. Quitting is. Keep that in mind. Failure can actually become one of your greatest teachers if you allow it to. I know this because I have failed many times in my life. I came to this country, as Principal Rovirosa mentioned, in 1961 when I was 15 years old. I didn't speak a word of English. Never dreamed in a million years that I was going to be in this country. I was very happy in Cuba, very happy. I had to learn everything. I had to learn the language. And I had to start everything from the beginning. It was rough. It was tough. You know, the people here, they didn't want us. They didn't want us. I remember seeing in my paper route sometimes signs that would say, no pets, no Cubans. I saw it with my own eyes. At 17 years old, right after I finished high school, believe it or not, I started a business. I was always a businessman, even when I was in grade school. I used to trade my toys with people, with my fellow students, and make all kinds of little deals with them. So I started my business at 17 and a half, 17 and 3/4, and I failed. I started again when I turned 19 and failed again. Failed again. Then I joined the Army. And let me tell you, that thing turned my life around because it taught me so many good things. And one of the best ones, one of the more important ones was endurance. So when I finished with my Army obligation, I went back to the family business, and that didn't work out either. I didn't fail because I was pretty good at it, but it was a matter of maintaining the family, keeping the family afloat. My wife didn't like that kind of business. So I made a decision to change careers. With one child and another one on the way, I decided to join the car business. And I started the car business right from the bottom, basics, sales, and started working my way up. And years later, I became a dealer. Many years later, became a dealer. I worked very hard for many years, but eventually the market crashed, and so did my business. Failed again, this time with 3 kids, 2 of them in college and the other one in high school. So as you can see, it was not a pretty picture. And once again, at that point, I could have opted to give up, just give up. I could have blamed many people. I could have blamed the economy. I could have blamed other people, or decided that life was just unfair. Instead, I started over again. Started over. From a much lower position than I had before. That was not easy for my pride. It was not easy for my ego. I learned, I regrouped, I stayed optimistic. I became a dealer partner again and continue working with that same group up until right now. I'm still with them at 79 3/4. I did officially retire when I was 71, but they still use my expertise and whatever wisdom I may offer into the business from time to time. So if there is one message I would like to leave with you tonight, is this. Do not be afraid of challenges. Do not be afraid of hard work. I remember my dad saying to me, work doesn't kill anybody. What kills is when you don't have money to pay for things and to live a good life and provide for your people. And do not be afraid to fail. Sometimes the greatest opportunities in your life will come disguised as disappointments. Believe me. A closed door may guide you toward a better one. A failure may redirect you toward the life you were truly meant to live. And along the way, remember what matters most. Success is important, yes. Work hard. Dream big. Never stop dreaming. I still dream at 79 3/4. My wife, sometimes she has to hold me back. She has to say, hey, remember, you're going to be 80 years old, so don't get crazy. But I still dream. I can't help it. But never, never, ever sacrifice your success for your values, your family, your faith in God, and your integrity in the process. And that's very important. Some people sometimes get to places by stepping all over people. That's not the way to do it. You need to have integrity. At the end of life, people will not remember you for the kind of car you drove or for the titles you may have on your business card. They will remember you of how you treated people, how you helped others, how you made them feel, and whether you left the world better than how you found it. Your world. Because everything starts with you, with whatever you do. Your world. Make sure that you make it better. Achieve success, but also use that success to help your community, to help the people that are struggling. The world does not need smart people only. It needs good people. Good people. That's what the world needs. And finally, through all of life's ups and downs, keep your faith in God no matter what. So graduates, your story is just beginning. Just beginning. Dream big. Work hard. Stay humble. Stay grateful. And face life head on. And never stop believing that you can make a difference in this world, because you can. You are making a difference right now. So congratulations, class of 2026.
Congratulations, 2026 seniors.
I hope you enjoyed the speech as much as I did giving it, and hope that it's inspirational to you or your kids that they might listen to this presentation. So thank you again, and until next time.